The Journey by J. Adams. Prologue. One Master. The small room was lit by a single torch sticking out of a hole in the wall. The air was rank with the smell of old dirt mingled with decaying bodies. 3 men stood chained to the stone wall, shivering from the cold. With each deep exhale, there was a large puff of fog in front of their faces. All 3 men were blindfolded and stripped of their clothing. All were silent, for words would do them no good. They knew what was coming, and it would be both pointless and beneath them to beg. They may possess a few evil virtues, but they did have their pride. They would not sink to groveling, not when their fate was set in stone. It always had been. They had just been too naive to realize how soon their demise would come. In some part of them there had even rested the thought that they had cheated fate. Any last words, gentlemen? The men remained silent as the familiar voice pierced through them. They knew the voice as surely as their own names. They would take the sound of it to their graves. "The time for multiple leaders is at an end," the voice continued. "There can only be one master now, and that gentleman will be me." Each man wrinkled his nose as the owner of the voice moved closer, the foul odor of his breath assaulting their senses. That was definitely one thing they would not miss. The sound of the metal door opening, followed by 3 new sets of footsteps, made the men stand a little straighter. Then they smiled. As the footsteps drew closer, the middleman opened his mouth for the first time since they had been confined, and uttered a single sentence that lingered in the silence of the room long after their decapitated heads fell to the floor. "We will save a place for you in the underworld, my brother."